Welcome back to another episode of the Everton Career Mode here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. If you're enjoying the series, please do continue to hit that thumbs up button. If we could hit over 3,000 again today, that would be absolutely superb. Your consistent support by subscribing, by commenting, by liking the videos is helping the channel grow. So please do continue to do so and we can have a good year here on FIFA 21 this year. We start with Manchester City away today. It's 4th in their case versus 5th in our case. Zaha and Calvert-Lewin are both in the hunt for the Golden Boot as well. I imagine Zaha probably won't be able to keep up the pace throughout the course of the whole season, but certainly Dominic Calvert-Lewin doesn't show any signs of slowing down as of yet. We've only another couple of games in the month today as well. We've Newcastle and Brighton, so I'm hoping for a good points haul today. And then in December, we have our first Merseyside derby to come. So big games on the horizon. And big opportunity, too, to get ourselves into the top 4 if we can do it. Who have your team got this weekend? Do let me know in the comment section down below who your team are facing this weekend and how you think your team are going to get on this weekend. Cambridge, as things stand, are top of League 2. So I'm very much hoping that we can get a win this weekend and stay top of League 2. And, of course, Chelsea haven't had the best of starts to the season, but fingers crossed, things can go better than they did the other day and we can get ourselves 3 points in the Prem as well. Right, Everton away from home against Manchester City. Gabama has completed his development to a centre-back. So I can go into his development plan here. Where are you, Jean-Philippe? And we can convert him to a centre-back. That is happening now. That was thanks to your feedback in the last episode, and as a centre-back, he's actually 80 rated. He's gone up a rating because his stats suit better a centre-back position. Now, I could throw him straight into the starting lineup now. You'll have to let me know whether you think I should or not. Or should we stick with Keane and Holgate for the time being? Keane is 27, Holgate is 24 now, and Gabama is 25. So, do I put Gabama in for Michael Keane, maybe? Let me know in the comment section and I will do as you wish. We were also waiting for Montiel's weak foot to go up to 4-star weak foot so he can play better as a left back. That should happen in the next couple of weeks as well in this save. So fingers crossed, everything can go according to plan today. Doucouré's up to 80, Calvert-Lewin up to 81 and Digne still up 85, Pickford 82. So still growth throughout the squad. And we're performing, well, almost matching what Everton have been doing in real life. Doing really well so far in real life. And hopefully we can keep that going here. That's what their expected 11 will look like. Why Phil Foden is in at centre-back, I'm not entirely too sure. I think he and Fernandinho should be the other way around. That's strange. Let's hope that it's fixed by the time we get into the game. Things like that should hopefully be fixed with a day 1 patch with regards to career mode. I will ask the devs about it. Obviously, it was an issue in FIFA 20 and they fixed it. So I imagine it's just going to take the same fix in FIFA 21 as well with a day 1 patch. But hopefully, things will be sorted soon. Right, City's starting lineup. Ederson in goal. Is it going to look the same as before? Cancelo? Yeah. I am sure they will fix that as soon as possible. I have passed the feedback on multiple times now after the Crystal Palace game earlier on in the save. And hopefully, they'll have that fixed for launch. Obviously, we're still in the early access period, and I'm not the only one to have brought that up to the guys at EA, so hopefully it will be fixed as soon as possible. Don't let it take away from what should be a very competitive fixture here. We'll see what we can do. Campaign to remember. It certainly has been a campaign to remember so far for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. IRL as well. Having a great season, and I voted for him in the Player of the Month competition. Obviously, for Ultimate Team purposes, we're able to vote for a Player of the Month to get a special item on FUT, and I've voted for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So let me know, which way did you vote? Oh, which way did you vote if you voted? If not, who, regardless of whether you vote or not, who would you vote as your Player of the Month for the opening few Premier League games? Dominic Calvert-Lewin seems to be the standout for me, personally, but football is a game of opinions, and you guys will have your own. Do let me know. Here's Sterling. Oh, completely sent Alan to the ground. Thankfully, purposefully to ground goes Doucouré and wins the ball back. Sterling back involved in the play though here on the right-hand side. Into Goretzka. Here's Sergio Aguero, De Bruyne. Good footwork from him. And again, in the support is Bernardo Silva. I was expecting him to go on his left. He somehow wriggled through, but thankfully Pickford pounces. Ooh, slightly worrisome. City have got such good dribblers technically on the ball in De Bruyne, Sterling and Bernardo Silva that I am struggling to tackle them when they come for those offensive moves. I'm having to wait for them to make mistakes or, like on that occasion, get lucky with a deflection or a rebound. So I'm hoping to keep them out for as long as possible, but I have a funny feeling, and I'm sure you do too, that I won't be able to keep them out for the entirety of the game. Doucouré holding up well. Oh, come on. Number of these passes really frustrating me now with the fact that they keep getting waylaid. You're better than this, boys. You can pass more accurately than this. Please start to do so. 50-50 possession-wise, so it's not like City doing any better than me. Cross that in. Oh, and James could be on the end of this. Phil Foden, to be fair, does really well. To be honest, that's the only bug that I've noticed so far in the mini-series that I recorded on the previous version of the game that's made it into this version of the game, the early access version of the game. So if that one bug is the most of our worries this year with regards to career mode and any potential bugs, then it should just in theory be an easy fix, because they've fixed that as it's been a problem previously in a previous iteration, so it really shouldn't be too much of an issue to sort out, and then that would be kind of the only bug that's been noticeable so far fixed. So genuinely, I think we should have a really good season, or really good year with FIFA 21 career mode this year. Unfortunately, they got the luck of the rebound this time, and then Aguero buries it nicely. Nowhere near as fast as he used to be in FIFA these times, Sergio Aguero, but his finishing is still as deadly as it ever was, so I have to keep the ball away from him for the time being, but we are going to be 1-0 down at the break. Into Richarlison, Sterling tracking back defensively. Clearly pressing just like Pep would like them to. Sergio Aguero and Raheem Sterling get involved in pressing from the front. I'm trying to outmuscle Bernardo Silva here, but I can't do it. They've got Brighton coming up. We've got Brighton coming up as well, to be fair. Oh, that's a lovely through ball, but thankfully Seamus Coleman is there to cut it out. Could have been City in again for another. James to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, annoyingly, they have pace all over the place. Walker at left back. Joao Cancelo at right back. So going out wide and trying to outpace people isn't really going to work. Can we get through the middle here? No, Aymeric Laporte is good enough to help solve things in that area as well. Frustrating trying to break City down. I don't think I've really tested the goalkeeper at all yet, and we've played nearly an hour here now. Just can't seem to get through. Aymeric Laporte is running things. Zaha could be in. Can we finally break free? No. It's done really well there, Joao Cancelo, and still we fail to threaten the Manchester City goal. Alan lay that into Doucouré, who can push forward. There have been some calls for me to try and use him slightly further forward, Doucouré. I have heard you, but at the minute I'm quite happy to use him where he's being played at the minute. Richarlison. Oh, and I still can't make the most of it. I thought with Ederson closing me down, that was my best option there. Calvert-Lewin looking to bend it. Oh my God, that didn't bend at all, did it? Or even close to it. Straight into the stand. Oh, that was such a good opportunity to find an equaliser. Can't believe I've wasted it. Richarlison was clean through. Ches, what are you doing? Richarlison is making a move again. We'll get it into James. Go on, Richarlison, you're in again. Right, don't muck it up this time, Ches. Surely Richarlison can bury this. He can't even get it on target. That's a great chance. There's so much of the goal to aim at there. Look how close it was. Oh, it just moved away at the last moments. It started off on target. I'm not going to come any closer, I don't think. Not with just 15 minutes to go. Bernardo Silva off. Riyad Mahrez on. Oh, my Lord. City are going to get themselves all 3 points here. It's been a very close game, but they've just been good enough. And Goretzka could finish me off. If he can find the right pass. No, Michael Keane does enough to deny me. He had to look for support there. He didn't have the angle for the shot. James, Calvert-Lewin turns well. James there again. And we isolate Fernandinho. No is the answer, unfortunately. And now 8 minutes to go, and still we haven't found an equaliser. Oh, it's a nice ball out to Riyad Mahrez. As if Bernardo Silva wasn't tricky enough on the far side. Now they've got a 5-star skiller involved as well. Mahrez, there is some use of that 5-star skills and utilising it very well indeed. Oh, Seamus Coleman can't clear it quickly enough, and Mahrez thankfully shoots wide. It's going to be a goal kick. Some changes coming on. Aguero going off and Gabby Jesus coming on. I've brought Alex Iwobi on for James, who was, again, unsurprisingly quite tired. Seems to be a regular change I have to make, unfortunately, just because James doesn't have the physical stats that perhaps, arguably, he should have. Just because he hasn't had a lot of first-team football the past 2 or 3 seasons doesn't mean that he isn't able to maintain his fitness and have a decent stamina rating. But unfortunately, it's a 1-0 defeat at the Etihad. We had a couple of good chances, and unfortunately, Richarlison wasn't able to take them for me. A game of few. But it's defeat. Wolves beat Brighton, Spurs beat West Ham, and our chance to go into the top 4 has unfortunately, for the time being at least, passed us by. But I anticipated defeat against Manchester City, so I can't be massively frustrated at it. We're still 6th in the table, and with Newcastle at home and Brighton away to come, there's still a good opportunity for some points today. Newcastle line up with Martin Dubravka in goal, Manquillo, Phil Jones, Fabian Schär, Paul Dummett and Matt Ritchie, Barlaser and Almiron in the middle with Jacob Murphy, Joel Linton and of course Saint-Maximin out wide on the left hand side. Pace and trickery. Well, we've got some pace and trickery of our own in Zaha, although he has been a little bit quiet in the past couple of games. Richarlison was my main goal threat in the game against Manchester City, which says something considering how well Calvert-Lewin's been playing. But for the time being, we're going to have to rely on someone in the front 3 to make the breakthrough against Newcastle. And to be honest, I really don't care who that someone is, so long as we do make that breakthrough. Oh, it's turn the defender. My poor choice of pass that's cost me there. Corner to come in, Matt Ritchie to deliver. Come on, let's get rid of this and then get it up the field. Calvert-Lewin doing the defensive work. Saint-Maximin to Jacob Murphy. Almost opened up for him there. Joel Linton is in the box and in a good position. It's opened up for him, but in rather typical Joel Linton style, he's blazed it wide. Great turn, just not the finish and end product on the end of it. Doucouré out to Zaha. Calvert-Lewin has James. Doucouré is there. Zaha started to make a move and thought better of it. I could play this first time looking for Calvert-Lewin, and we're in. And that's what he does best. Double figures for Calvert-Lewin. Our number 9 scores goal number 10 of his Premier League season so far. And again, he leads the line and drives us forward. Great movement. James with another assist and a deadly finish again. I love Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Away from Seamus Coleman. Great strength. And still the footwork keeps Saint-Maximin in possession. Back to Almiron. He can't get away from me. Allen does brilliantly to turn away from 2. That was spectacular footwork. Anything that Allen Saint-Maximin can do, regular Allen can do as well. James looking for Calvert-Lewin in behind the defensive line again. Can we replicate the finish from a moment ago? He's deadly. He's absolutely brutal in front of goal. Calvert-Lewin again. It's Everton 2, Newcastle 0. This is the sort of finishing I needed against City. We did this in a previous episode. Couldn't score against Tottenham and then went and won really well against Wolves after that. Couldn't score against City and are now hopefully going to continue this and win really well against Newcastle. At least though, it seems, big teams hard to beat. Smaller teams easier to beat. FIFA 21 career mode is looking good. It's Calvert-Lewin. Forward to James Rodriguez. To Richarlison. Is Seamus Coleman going to arrive? He is, but Saint-Maximin is following him closely. Calvert-Lewin to James. Oh, the footwork. He's in behind. On his left. Dubravka's done really well. He is a goalkeeper of some quality, Martin Dubravka. One of the higher rated goalkeepers in the Premier League this year, actually. I think he's 83 on Ultimate Team. I'm not sure if he grows at all on career mode, but certainly one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League, in my opinion. I really like Martin Dubravka. I think he's very capable. And he's helped keep us out there, but Joel Linton, unfortunately for Newcastle, continuing to let them down in the offensive third. Poor Doucouré with good reactions there. And Dino with a smart turn too. Zaha, I was looking for Allen with that, but Doucouré will do. James, well, James could make a great run for me here. I'm going to have to try and get it on his left though, which we've done well. Oh, could I get lucky? I did, but it still hasn't led to another goal. Unfortunately, Calvert-Lewin looking for a hat-trick. Seamus Coleman, well, that was a powerful header, I'll be honest. Tried to nod it to Richarlison, but I put too much power on it. I won it too well. Still 2-0, though, with 25 minutes to go. Richarlison is the obvious option. I need Calvert-Lewin to run and make a different run because he's just running with a defender there. There's not really much I can do about that. I'll try and pull this back to Allen, actually. And then Calvert-Lewin for a hat-trick. Zaha was there. Perhaps I should have used him. Certainly had the chances to extend our lead yet further. Unfortunately not able to do so. But at the minute, our goal difference is decent enough. Thanks to those early victories with like a 3-0 and a 4-0 against Burnley and Sheffield United. And since then, any game that we've lost has been marginal, really. No more than 2 other than the 1 3-0 defeat to Manchester United. So our goal difference is pretty positive. And overall, our play has been pretty positive. I would just like to... I mean, maybe it's too early in the series to be challenging the likes of Tottenham and Manchester City and Manchester United. You guys are probably enjoying the fact that I haven't beaten any of the big sides yet and are struggling to do so. It's definitely a step up in the realism side of FIFA 21 career mode. Whether competitor mode has made an impact on that, I'm not sure. Like I say, I haven't played with regular AI on FIFA 21 so far because I'm enjoying competitor mode so much. No, it's not necessarily realistic gameplay, but it certainly is raising the difficulty level, and that was the most important thing, as far as I'm concerned, with getting an entertaining career mode, was that everything kind of went as you would expect it to. The big teams did well, the smaller teams didn't do quite so well, and you were able to kind of almost anticipate what results were going to be, but the right way. So I'm really pleased with how this series is going so far. Hopefully you guys are continuing to enjoy it. And like I say, please do continue to show your support by dropping likes on the videos, etc. It really does help the channel out no end with the YouTube algorithm and ensuring that the channel continues to grow, which is brilliant. And I can't thank you enough for that. Chelsea have been in touch and they're unhappy with how little I'm playing for Fikayo Tomori. They're concerned this is hampering the player's development. They suggested they'll look at recalling Tomori from his loan if this isn't resolved. Oh! Well, that... Oh. You're welcome, Wilfred. I'll say I'm expecting more from you because your goals have dried up recently, but do keep your, at least, overall performance higher. And the development of the youngster's gone up. Oh, sorry, the development of the youngster has been completed. Now, Pausen can be altered to a centre-back. That's done. That moves him from a 54 to a 58. An instant +4 to his overall, purely from changing his position. That's gone really well. Sharpness looks good. We're still 6th in the table and in touch with those Champions League spots. The defeat to Manchester City is so frustrating though, and to Tottenham. Losing to those that are above us is definitely the next stage that we need to overcome. I'm quite happy with those training drills, to be honest. But I will give Tomori a start then in this game against Brighton because clearly that's what Chelsea want from me, to start playing him a little bit more. And to be fair, maybe I should rotate a little bit more than I have been. I've kind of waited until cup games to give those that are on the fringes the chance. I'll think about it. I mean, Tom Davies is a youngster that I think Everton have looked to loan out in real life actually, but I'm not sure whether I want to loan him in this series. I don't know. I really don't know. But I certainly should perhaps give players like Tomori and John Joe Kenny, maybe even players like Alex Iwobi, a bit more of a chance. Moise Kean hasn't had a look in yet. And to be fair, a game against Brighton is probably the best opportunity I'm going to have to make those changes. So let's give it a go. Give those players that have been on the fringes that haven't had the opportunity to try and impress the chance to do that. And maybe we can get a little bit more out of the squad. Not that the squad have been playing badly. Montiel, I'll put Montiel on the bench. Maybe I'll bring him off the bench because Lucadini's been so solid at right back. I can't really justify taking him out. Okay then, right. Brighton and Hove Albion away from home. Here's Brighton starting 11 and Matthew Ryan in goal as expected. Tavares at right back, Alan Webster, Baluta, Dunk and Bernardo in their defence. Malumbi and Adam Lallana in the midfield. Pascal Gross sat behind Aaron Connolly and Neil Mopay. Unfortunately for them, no Tariq Lamptey on the right-hand side of their defence. But still, they're outside of the relegation zone, Brighton, which, to be fair, in real life, I'm sure if you offered Brighton fans safety in the league, they'd take your offer right now, although they have been playing well in the Premier League this season. Not necessarily always getting the results that they deserve from their performances, but certainly been impressive considering they were kind of written off by a number of people, myself included, when it came to Premier League survival. But in this save, I don't know how impressive they've been or they will be. Hoping that with this even rotated 11, we should still be able to get a decent result. And Tom Davis showing some good pace there. Unfortunately, Matthew Ryan makes a good save. I just slowed up with my run to ensure that I could get a shot away. And Malumbi's beaten Decore there in the midfield encounter. All ends up. Fully expected Abdoulaye to win that header. Well, just because Brighton aren't one of the biggest sides in the division and don't have the highest rated squad doesn't mean we should underestimate them here. Even with a rotated 11, I still expect us to get a win, but I certainly don't think it will be... Please don't tell me that's a pen. I think it's outside the box, just. I still think we should be able to get the victory, but I'm by no means expecting it to be easy. We've got a really positive free kick position here as well. Pascal Gross probably should score here. Oh, and does so in quite some style. I'm yet to have a free kick of my own in that sort of area. But no mistakes from Pascal Gross. Does it keeper then bar or bar then keeper? It's just straight off the bar. I thought Jordan Pickford might have gotten an arm to it. Great angle for it. Lovely free kick. The wall jumped. They just got nowhere near it. And yeah, no. Oh yeah, bar then keeper's hand. Certainly no chance of keeping it out there. Graham Potter delighted. Pascal Gross delighted. Brighton fans thrilled. 1-0 to the Seagulls. Here's Lallana. Holgate trying to close him down. He's done me there. Overcommitted. Gross. Nice interception by Tamori. Well done. I didn't know that was in the game, actually, this year. Clubs getting disgruntled at you not playing their loanee signings enough. Oh, he was away there, Alex Iwobi. If only the pass could have found him. That's another nice addition. And a welcome addition. So do bear that in mind for your own saves if you're playing on EA Access or EA Play, sorry, with the early access, or if you haven't played it and you're waiting to get the game. Do bear in mind that you may well have to play your loanees. Yes! Moise Keane! We're level! You are going to have to play your loanees, otherwise you might get them taken away from you. Say you loan someone for squad depth but aren't actually planning on playing them that much. You might have to actually throw them in more often than you might expect to ensure that you can actually keep them at the club. Which is fair enough. The whole idea of a player going out on loan is so they can get first-team experience. And I haven't given Fikayo Tomori enough first-team experience as far as Chelsea are concerned. Moise Keane will be disappointed with his first-team opportunities so far this season, but understandable with the form of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But proving here that when called upon, he can do the job. Nice tackle by Decore. Gets in well. Into a Iwobi. Moise Keane making a good run down that channel, and I'll feed him in, and then look to squeeze it through the gap to try and find Wilfred Zaha. It was it was the white thing to do in that situation, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get it through the gap. Bernardo brings that down, but Brighton solid enough defensively since our goal, holding us out. They haven't actually threatened that much going the other way since their goal either. Of either side, we look the more likely to be taking the initiative in this game and pushing on and looking to get a victory. I get the funny feeling that the longer this goes on at 1-1, the more likely Brighton are to just sit deeper and deeper and try and hold out for the point. And they won't get that adventurous trying to get themselves a victory. When, if they tried, I'm sure they could get themselves a win here. But they just keep getting deeper and deeper and happier and happier with just holding on for the 1 point. I'm also betting as I'm saying that, they now go up the other end, score a goal to go 2-1 up before half-time. Thankfully, they don't. It's 1-1 at the break. Mopay. Connolly. Lopez looks to be played in again. I'm going to try and get there with the defender. He's done well enough. Mason Holgate there. And Neil Mope will be disappointed that he hasn't given Brighton a 2-1 lead there at the very beginning of the second half. Oh, perhaps should have gone to Moise Keane there. I did try and play it to Iwobi, and it was definitely the wrong decision, but thankfully it hasn't cost me. Tom Davies. Go on, Moise. You're in behind. It's a great ball to him. I'm going to need that support to arrive, though. And here it is through Tom Davies. Oh, and a good save by Matthew Ryan to deny him. He's had a couple of chances now, Tom Davies, in this game. I haven't yet found the back of the net with him. Oh, Bernardo will head that. We'll leave that. And we'll have another corner. Let's try again. I'm yet to score a corner so far with Everton. Bernardo again. Defending it really well. Right, try and get it away from Bernardo, Ches. Maybe that's a good idea to try and get yourself a goal from a corner. We've beaten Bernardo. Moise Keane wins the header. Oh, and it's going to be smuggled behind by Matthew Ryan. Right, try that again. Avoid Bernardo, and you might score a goal. Oh, yeah, that went more up than forwards from Decore. Bernardo into Pascal Gross. Wolves 2-0 up against Leeds United now. Not sure where Leeds are in the table, actually. I expect them in real life to finish mid-table. I still haven't put up my Premier League predictions video. I've got it sat on my computer. I just haven't gotten around to actually uploading it yet and making a thumbnail for it. That's what's holding me back. Should really do that before we get too far into the season. I might actually edit it and put a caveat and be like, I did record this before the season started, just so you know. Moise Keane in behind here. Try and get it inside. And Iwobi! Good block by Aaron Webster. Can I get to that? No, Dunk gets rid of it. We do still look like the more likely to score the next goal in this game. But whether we will or not remains to be seen. I don't think I'm going to find another way through here unless we find the right ball at the right time, and I can't seem to do that in a minute. There's a Keane. Iwobi. Have I got movement on my right? Not really. We will be able to find Theo Walcott now, though, and we'll whip a ball in. And it's a great whip to Zaha's there! That was the chance! Wilfried Zaha needed to bury that header. The defender's done very well, and unfortunately, with just 3 minutes to go, I'm not sure those substitutes are going to have the time needed to make the required impact. The ball just didn't go out of play, unfortunately. Win that header, Abdullahi. He hasn't. Malumbi's done well. He's not been very good for me aerially, Decore, to be honest, has he? But headed chance earlier on from a corner that went wayward, and every other 50-50 aerial battle he's had, I think he's lost. Mope to Connolly. Got options here, Aaron Connolly. Malumbi, Gross, Malumbi, Mope. No, please. Tamori misses the challenge. And you can see the Everton players fall to the ground. And I feel the same way. Brighton win with the last kick of the game. Mope with a turn, and Tamori misses it as he goes for the ball there. That's why I haven't been playing him. He goes for it. Oh! How many chances did we need to take a 2-1 lead? Oh, it was... Wow. Wow. It really was the penultimate kick of the game. Keane passed it, and it didn't even reach the man he passed it to before the referee blew. Stolen. Stolen some points off me of Brighton and Hove Albion. Really stolen some points off me. Unbelievable. We'll go to the post-match interview. Liverpool lose at home to Spurs. Arsenal draw to Villa. West Ham win as well. Oh, man. That's the sort of result that we haven't encountered yet, actually. Falling foul to a smaller team. Going forward, we felt we did everything we could. That's the difference, I guess, between my full strength 11 and... One mistake can be costly. My full strength 11 and the players that we have as rotation at the minute, as depth. Do I regret not playing Calvert-Lewin? I'll take responsibility for my decisions. I was the one that decided to play a rotated side with some lesser players in there, lesser talented players in there, and I'll take it on the chin. I made the decision. It didn't work, and we'll look to perhaps still include some of those players, but not in as big a turnaround as that. I won't drop 7 players and make 7 changes. We'll do it incrementally here and there. Still 7th, though, but frustratingly dropping off a little bit from the European spots. We need to kick back into gear for the next episode, and as we head into December, things are going to get more difficult because, well, results come, or games come thick and fast. Hopefully results come thick and fast as well. West Ham, Southampton, Aston Villa, Leeds, Liverpool, Brighton and Newcastle to come over the next 2 episodes. We will split December so as to not end up simulating too many games and running the risk of not getting results. Keep your feet on the ground, Tom. You won't get massively large amounts of football in the opening few seasons of this save. But certainly if he can play well when called upon and grows well enough, the central midfield area is where I have more of my older players. So that's probably the most likely area he's going to get to having a first team spot. Ah, man, disappointed with that. Sorry for letting you down against Brighton. I just couldn't quite do it. Never mind. That is the nature of football. Results come, results go. Moments like that happen. All that matters now is how we react, and we will hopefully react well tomorrow. Drop the video a like, please, if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell tick so you don't miss one, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next.